Greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. And of course, the time that you watch this video. How are you? How am I? I'm fine, as you can see, and I thank God for this beautiful moment. To you that is new here, welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel and becoming part of my beautiful and amazing family. My returning subscribers, you're the best. What would I do without you? Guys, just know that Mary TV really loves you from the depth of her heart. Your like, your view, your comment means a lot to this channel. Thank you so much for everything that you do to me. I really appreciate you guys, and please keep on watching and supporting me. Those that have joined my membership, asante sana. My moderators, thank you so much. My secret admirers, keep on admiring from a distance. And by the way, you must be a man for you to admire me. Don't admire me if you're a woman. Hey, or girl, or don't. The naysayers that are always there at the fence, please like this video. Anyways, you are here always collecting information. Some of you have the audacity to drop comments in my video. So please like this video. So my people, this matter to do with Dimango and her buying a piece of land in Nyabohanse has not been received well by the naysayers. Let me tell you something, guys. Yesterday, we had blackout like literally the whole day. Do you get it? By the time I was doing that voiceover, it was almost 10 something at night. And then guess what? I did the voiceover, I did my editing, and I slept. And that is why that video, I did publish it today in the morning. But thank you so much because you came out to watch. Yesterday night, I was almost falling asleep, and then I saw a notification. Dimango, the video was coming up, and I said, I need to watch this as usual. Of course, we are Team D. And most of Team D came out to congratulate her. Of course, we are so proud of who Dimango is. You naysayers, let me tell you one thing. What God has put a mark, a tick, there's nothing that you can say that can take that away from Dimango. We have all agreed. We've come to an agreement. I don't know why you want us every day to come and argue about this matter. We have all agreed. Dimango has done a lot for herself. And at her age. Some of you, mark you, have daughters the age of Dimango, including some subscribers and other people here on the whitey streets that watch Dimango. Yet your own have never ever achieved these milestones that Dimango has. Do you understand? Of course, we can't keep on comparing one person to another person, but the truth of the matter is, the hatred that people have towards this family is too much. Sometimes you listen to these people and you wonder, what do they themselves have that they can show to the public? Of course, I know some of you are going to come out here and tell me, what do you have? I also have my own property. Do you understand? In fact, property is not just property. But I have always said, have you people never ever seen anything good in Dimango? Dimango has saved her money. She decided to go and buy a piece of land. Why is that creating unnecessary tension in the whitey streets? Why are you people feeling Dimango has duped a vulnerable family? Is it not a matter of willing buyer and willing seller? When I did that voiceover and I dropped it today in the morning, I saw one of the naysayers. She's called Famous Berry. Let me hope that is a she. Okay, let me say they are called Famous Berry. This person dropped a comment here in my channel, and she or he was like, that land was exchanged for a motorbike. Like, land and motorbike. My people, if your head is normal and if you have common sense, look at the value of a piece of land. 1 acre of a piece of land vis-a-vis a motorbike. Is there any correlation? Of course, a motorbike is cheap. Very cheap. Very affordable. That one I tell you for free. Here in Kenya, We have motorbikes that go for as cheap as 65,000 Kenyan shillings. They are there. I know what I'm speaking about. I have been in this business and I know. Do you understand? We have those that go up to 180K, depending on what you want. But you know, guys, people cannot just sit, create content, chop okra on top of other people's heads, and drag Dimango's name down. Personally, I'll not sit and watch and just let it slide. I must come and speak about it. JT podcast. One guy from Nyabohanse. As much as he's not living in Nyabohanse, but he comes from the environs. Therefore, JT knows very well the price of land in Nyabohanse. But this guy sits down to talk about the way this family duped Ernesto's brother to sell that piece of land to Dimango at a throwaway price, just because Dimango never mentioned the price. JT, are you okay? Like, uko sawa? What is wrong with you? In fact, you stay in Nyabohanse. Or rather, that is your home. Let me put it that way. Take your phone and call. Call your peeps in Nyabohanse and ask them how much is an acre of land. And it's good. You are in one of these cities in Kenya. Go window shop. Get to understand the price of a motorbike. And stop fooling people here on the whitey streets. Just because you don't like the family. You of all people that carried your own legs to Maro's villa. And you are shamelessly using him and Dimango in the intro of your videos. Very shameless. Just Dimango has done something that we can all come and, clap for her and cheer her on. But you want to come and sit down and tell people the way they duped Ernesto's brother. And guys, I was listening to JT and I was like, JT, is your head normal? He talked about Ernesto's brother was at the soup party. And according to JT, this guy was given a big piece of bone. According to him, he says Marwa must have used some juju to confuse this man, so that this man can allow to sell or give his land away. My people, let me tell you something. If you have ever bought any property, you know how it goes. You sit down and negotiate. You come to an agreement and you do the needful. It is always a matter of willing buyer and willing seller. There is no day or time one person can make a decision. Let me tell you something, people. And especially here in Kenya, if someone wants to buy a piece of land and you have identified the place, like for example, I assume this Ernesto's family, what they have is communal land. Do you understand? Land that is owned by the whole family. And therefore, there's no way one person can just wake up without consulting the others. And then they just go and do the tingo. Let me tell you, my people, let us just use our common sense. Someone will say, I have talked to this person, they've told me they're going to pay this amount of money. Another person will advise them, no, that money is less. Ask for this. Do you understand? And therefore, this matter of JT just coming out and saying, they duped the guy and they gave him a motorbike. And they ensured Gitriba went with the guy to buy a motorbike. What kind of crap is this? In fact, you are belittling these people, your fellow mates, or are they your village mates in Nyabohanse? The way they are so foolish. Because I don't understand how you can just take a whole acre of land, give to someone, and then someone gives you a motorbike. Like, who does that? Where? Who does that in this real life? Who does that? Guys, this is just crazy. Just because the land was bought by Dimango. Eh? Just because Dimango did what you people did not expect her to do. She did the tingo. Now you know the tingo. Eh? Just because Dimango came out and did a video and said many people came to witness the process. You people couldn't sleep, like you couldn't sleep. You were just waiting for Dimango to finish her, her video, and then you ran very fast and started doing your live streams, criticizing her because of her own sweat. She did not rob anyone. You people have always said she's, a fool. The way she's not invested. Dimango is always walking around the world. I had another one saying, the way Dimango is always walking around the world naked. As if you have ever seen her naked, my friend. Hey, you guys. Wonders will never end in these streets. Just because of a piece of land. What about by the time she constructs the house? What are you people going to say? And personally, I said I can't wait to see this dream house of Dimango. What will you people do? I know you start creating your own stories. Oh, she has not used her own money. This money must have come from Aaron Dante. This money must have come from I don't know who and who. When Dimango is not doing anything, you are complaining. When she does something, again you are there, complaining. As if these people, they don't have their own common sense. Who can take a whole piece of land and give out just for a motorbike? What is a motorbike as compared to a piece of land? My friend, when someone sells their property, it is up to them to decide what they want to do with money. But they've seen so many people that do sell land all over. And once they get the money, it is all about enjoyment and enjoyment. Here in Kenya, we say, you become a minister of enjoyment. Today you are in Mombasa, tomorrow you are in Nairobi, you go to Kisumu, you are just flashing your money. When that money is over, you go sell another piece of land. It is up to you. It is up to you. As long as nobody has robbed you. So you guys, can you take a chill pill and celebrate this girl for once? I hear most of you saying your channels are not, they don't spread hate. It's not a hatred channel. But why can't you see anything good in this family? Didn't you see the way everyone came out to celebrate Dimango? Didn't you see Dimango going through the maize plantation? Guys, it's never easy. It is never easy. And especially when you buy a piece of land and it's a planting season. You can imagine you have to literally go inside the maize plantation. We saw Dimango doing that. She celebrated herself. Dimango is proud of herself. And she wants to, to erect, a perimeter wall around her property. Again, that is a problem. I saw someone talking about the way Dimango has told, those that have the banana, the cabanana, let me call it cabanana, that cabanana on the road, to come and remove it. It is what it is. By the way, when you buy a piece of land, like for example, that one that Dee bought, that has maize in it, you can decide or you can agree. You do the whole calculation, including everything that is in the property. You sell it at once. Or you can allow them for the maize to mature. Then they come and take their maize. They come and harvest. Do you understand? So, once you become the new owner, my friend, you are the boss. You call the shots. If you want people to come and remove their maize, you tell them. If you want people to not pass anywhere near your property, again, you tell them. After all, nobody gave you for free. You bought. Guys, there's that excitement that comes with acquiring property under your name. Do you understand? And guys, one thing that I've always not kind of got to understand about the naysayers. You know what, guys? Let me tell you something. If it was Wodemaya, Miss Trudy, African Tigress, that had done that, hey, you would see the way they would come and clap for them here on the streets. But because it is Dimango, the biasness is obvious. It is obvious. And I'm so happy. In fact, let me just say it, guys. In Kenya, we say, ongea ikutoke. It is good that you naysayers came in between the Go Fund Otherwise, you would have said that is the money that Dimango used to buy her property. It's just as simple as that. You'd never have left her name. You'd drag her name left and right if that GoFund had gone through. It is what it is, and that is the truth of the matter. I saw another one criticizing the way the agreement is written. Guys, that is how it is done. Like, anyway, it doesn't have to be necessarily the chief. Sometimes you can use the village elder. They'll come, we'll have witnesses, they're gonna write, they're gonna sign. Do you understand? And then you do the transfer of the cash. Let's say if it's in the bank, you do the transfer. And once the transfer is completed, that is the time the seller will append their signature. After they receive the money, that is how it is done. Like, that is the right way. So, why the hatred? Ernesto's brother, nobody held a gun on his head and told him to sell the piece of land. And people have always come out to say the Ondaris family has kind of gotten a lot of land from different people. Let me tell you guys, in every village here in Kenya, including this village where I am, we have so many people that sometimes dispose their properties because of various needs. Sometimes it's because they want to pay school fees for their children. Sometimes it's because they have a sick person, maybe in a critical condition, and they need money. And you'll find they'll just sell. And therefore, if you have the money, you buy. Willing buyer, willing seller. It is a win-win situation. There is no way you can transfer your piece of land to someone without being satisfied. And that is why we say it is a win-win situation. So you guys, let Dimango be. Let her construct her home. What is the problem if she constructs her home, where her parents are and the brothers? There's nothing wrong. Do you get it? These people that are coming running their mouths in the whitey saying, oh, Dimango being a girl should have bought somewhere, the land somewhere very far from the village. Why? You buy a piece of land wherever you want, and you make a home wherever you want to make your home. It doesn't have to be very far from your parents. Do you understand? So everyone has their own choices and preferences. And personally, I said yesterday and I repeat, I'm so proud of Dimango. She has given them back to back. And of course, I know this one caught them off guard. They never expected. They never expected. When you are busy focusing on, her boyfriend, Dimango was doing her tingo. I saw someone saying, oh, Dimango waited for the boyfriend to go away so that she can go and construct her home in the village. Guys, what did I say? These people, they know what they are doing. You can't just force issues. If Dimango has gone back to the village and bought her property and she wants to construct her home, that is her. Who knows the agreement between the two? At the end of the day, you are not there, I'm not there. So they know what they have agreed upon. It's just a matter of time. You guys just celebrate Dimango for once. As much as you don't like her, as much as she may not be your favorite travel content creator, but why can't you give the devil its due? Is it always a matter of dragging people left and right? Talking about what is not there. I was so shocked if someone can, someone who has gone to school can sit down and compare the price, in fact not the price, the value of land and a motorbike. Like how? That shows how, naive you are as a person. How backward you are. Who can give their piece of land just because of a motorbike? Guys, sometimes we need to be serious. We need to be serious here on the streets. We have said so many times there's more to this life than content creation. So this matter of you just pulling people down because they are not your favorite, can you stop it? It's just as simple as that. Hey, guys, I don't know what to say. Anyways, have you subscribed to this channel? Have you liked this video? Please consider liking it and subscribing. You can equally check my membership and become part of my beautiful and amazing family. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.